told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack, in the trunk with his fire tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that, but if I need to, then I'm coming.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the LA Chargers. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Chubb running right. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the 50, it's Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And again, it's Chubb. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
On 4th down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper laying himself out in the end zone. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Crowd right. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush to his right. Pass pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Chargers are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as they'll take this down to the 10-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep for LA is Darius Davis. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Herbert back to the air. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Watson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for them. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Davis now to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10. Herbert off of play action. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunton getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And out across midfield down to the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much. Maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable here for Davis. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Complete, it's Dodson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 56 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
And he stopped immediately there. The stop made there by Chandon Sullivan.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb from 17 yards out. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they...
He's got a man complete. He's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate.